Interstate started in 1953 by Russ Zahner and Howard Smith. We had additional stockholders, Dr. Barrett, the Haynes brothers, Bill Zahner. Um, they were the primary ones. Well, Russell had a financial background with U.S. Bond and Investment Company, and he had many friends in the automobile industry, such as Ollie Frank with Wheels and a few others that I can't remember. Howard Smith was in the insurance business, so between the two of them, they had a pretty good automotive background. I started in 1961. I was 21 years old, and I worked with Mr. Zahner for 19 years, and during the course of those years, he made it available to me to start purchasing the stockholders, to buy them out slowly at a time. And it worked out pretty good over 19 years. And just before he died in 1980, he made sure I had majority control of the company. And he was a little over 50 years old when he started Interstate Fleets. Howard Smith had a son, but he took over his own insurance business, so he had no interest in the leasing companies. So Russell, I guess, saw an avenue in me to eventually work into the business and continue it into the future. Russell was a very honest person, and he emphasized that to me, to always be honest with your customers and do everything possible to keep them happy and content in our business relationship. We did everything from snow removal to delivering cars all over the country. We were rather small in those days and did most of the deliveries out of Glenside, at least within shooting distance, as far as Chicago, as far south as North Carolina, and up to Rhode Island. Some of the major accounts when I was hired were Blue Cross of Philadelphia, Sinclair and Valentine. They're an ink company in New York. They were purchased by Martin Marietta Company. Pope and Gray, Jersey State Chemical, Catalin Corporation. There are just a few of the many diversities we had. We acquired our vehicles nationally. We were operating in, I think it was 37 states at the time. I would call dealers in the area that they were going to be used, and we arranged buying agreements with those dealers, and we kept records of who we were buying from, and we would continue to use them in the future. Funding was mainly done in those days through Girard Bank, who eventually was taken over by Mellon Bank. And they were our main source, practically our only source of funding originally. It's changed today because we require so much more capital. We have to have various banks to use for funding. It was a much shorter lease time than it is today. The average lease time in those days was probably 24 months. We would turn cars much more rapidly, and it was easy to rate the car because you were on top of the market all the time. The market didn't change that much in a 24-month period, so we were, in most cases, able to come within $100 of the used car value in the future. Full maintenance leasing was mostly Zahner's idea. He wanted a complete car leasing company, complete car service leasing company, from procurement through insurance. We did everything: maintenance, registrations, everything that a fleet manager would do to get a car on the road. So all you had to do was call Interstate Fleets, tell them what you wanted, and it was done from there. Fleet management companies today are mostly handled by the companies themselves. and not the leasing company. The leasing company only procures the car and puts it on the road. We did everything. We did everything from procurement through the disposal of the car. We reconditioned them locally, and we had various outlets where we could get things fixed, such as upholstery or mechanical problems repaired. And the disposal of the cars was pretty much the same as it is today, through auto auctions, through used car dealers, or we kept a long list of repeat customers that would buy our used cars. I think Russell would be very surprised, although I think he would be very proud of what we have accomplished with his ideas. It was fun. We enjoyed coming in every day. I think Dave would agree with me that we enjoyed being there every day and doing our thing. Just being around the people that we employed over the years, I get great enjoyment about going to our 3 service centers and talking to all the mechanics, asking about their families, how they're doing. Are they happy with Interstate Fleets? Almost all of them respond very positively. Stepped away in 2005. I am currently a resident of Florida and live there most of the year. It's been a little bit of a problem for me because I enjoyed the business so much and I enjoyed being around the business, and I'm not there anymore, so there's a big void in my life there. But I enjoy this warm weather and the golf and all the other activities that Florida provides.
All right.